WPRI 12. This is The Rhode Show, the place for what's hot and happening. You're having fun, eating well, and living life on The Rhode Show.
Good morning and welcome to The Rhode Show. It is Tuesday, March 6th, 2012, and I'm Will Gilbert.
Good morning, I'm Michaela Johnson.
And I'm Mary Larson.
As you can see, speaking for myself anyway, none of us on this couch will be making any major announcements at 10:30 this morning because we are here.
Unfortunately, no. However, certain lottery winner will be, so you'll have to stay tuned.
Very exciting news, huh?
I'm happy that there is somebody. I was starting to get really nervous that someone lost it.
We're going to talk about it more later
in the
on
buzz.
in the show.
Yes, we are.
Stick around for that.
Okay, another story that you hear all about, new information in the infamous double murder trial of Lizzie Borden, a series of journals kept by a lawyer who represented Lizzie Borden in her 1893 trial, are shedding new light on the case. The journals by attorney Andrew Jackson Jennings were willed to the Fall River Historical Society by his grandson, who recently passed away. The museum's curator tells the Herald News the journals contain some never-before-published information, including details some interviewees gave describing a caring relationship between Lizzie Borden's father and her sister. Borden was charged with using an axe to kill her father and stepmother in 1892, but was later acquitted.
Well, I just hope that they finally have the truth and they can put Lizzie Borden in jail, which is where she should be.
Honestly.
Everybody who lives in this area and everybody, you know what?
Don't we all know what happened at this point?
There's always been speculation about whether she actually did it or whether it was somebody else or how it all went.
Isn't there everything from her saying, I spilled red paint on my dress and that's why I was washing it and all this other.
I just feel like when you're reading it, you need to have a Sherlock Holmes pipe and a hat, to really feel like you're representing the
magnifying glass.
It's cool. I'd love to stay at the place. I would. I really would. I would love to stay there and see what the whole, the big deal is.
That kind of irks me a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if I'd stay over. Maybe I'd visit, but
because you're ghost hunter stint. Yeah. That's why you have all this bravery now.
Good luck with that.
I'd be the first one screaming for my mother. Trust me.
All right. Well, a new study suggests Hollywood may be encouraging minors to binge drink. European researchers found that teens who said they drank 5 or more alcoholic drinks in one sitting were more likely to have watched movies with lots of drinking scenes. More than 16,000 students ages 10 to 19 participated in the study, and a previous study in the U.S. got similar results.
What are these 10-year-olds doing?
Yeah, it's wild.
10 to 19?
Yeah, it's awful. It's just, I never remember things like that.
First of all, 10 to 19.
Yeah.
No one is legally able to have a drink.
Do you even know how to multiply when you're 10?
Oh, yeah.
I know. Well, I hope so.
I hope so too.
A little bit. Yeah. But, you see all of these movies, and that big Project X movie that came out is all about these young teens throwing a rage party, if you will. And, I get people see that and think, hey, that's the cool thing to do.
How new are these, though? I feel like for years, at least as long as I can remember, there have been teenage movies where they're drinking.
They have been, but I think it's just getting worse and worse as everybody goes on, or the drinking is a bigger part of the story. I think that's more what it is than than anything.
Definitely.
Okay, the mural at Cranston High School West has officially been taken down. The banner was taken down over the weekend, and it took crews about 8 hours to remove it. Judge ordered the banner removed after ruling it violated the separation of church and state. So after all those years, it's gone.
I was going to say, I can't believe this has actually happened. You just think, of course it's been drawn out for so long and a lot of back and forth, and they finally made the decision. But now that it's actually gone, I'm wondering how some of those students feel.
I know. The banner that's...
I hope they do something positive. I think I'd said it once before. I hope maybe the school can now make a banner of their own or do something to really kind of bring everyone back together after all of this.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
That would be a nice gesture.
Yeah, banner's been there for a long time. It's officially gone. Maybe we can put it finally to rest. Okay, we have a great show on the way. Let's see what's coming up on the Rhode Show this morning.
It's a farm, but you won't find any vegetables or flowers. Nope, this farm has only alpacas. We're headed to the Rhode Island Gem.
Plus, the big announcement is finally here. Today we find out who won that massive Powerball jackpot and will become a multi-millionaire several times over.
And their marriage may be over, but the fighting isn't. Kim Kardashian and former Flame Chris Humphries go head-to-head on gift etiquette. TMZ fills us in.
Plus, singer Chris Brown has a new web series. Can it help save his image? Deanna Cruz from Hot 106 joins us for the Music Beat. It's all coming up right now on The Rhode Show.
We all know how great Rhode Island is, but I wanted to find the hidden gems in the state and show you why I love RI.
When most people think about Rhode Island, they think beaches, clam cakes, and chowder. But how about alpacas? I headed out to Shadow Pines Alpaca Farm in Exeter to learn all about them. Bob and Vivian Ball started this farm back in 2002 after trying to figure out what to do after retirement.
I think it was more my thing than Vivian's, and I got to thinking about retiring and said, well, if I'm going to do it, I'd better get it done. We started looking around at different animals, actually. Hadn't really settled on alpacas yet. But we followed our youngest daughter around playing field hockey for Quinnipiac, and we were traveling from Maine to Virginia just about every weekend with her. And we started looking at alpaca farms, and we kind of fell in love with them, and the rest is history, I guess.
Bob compares an alpaca's personality to a cat, a big cat.
Most of these animals are full-grown. They get to be about 150 pounds on the average. I have some that are less than that. I have some that go up to 180, 190, but on the average, maybe 150.
I was warned by everyone to look out. They may spit at you.
I won't say that an alpaca won't spit, but it's rare. Usually if they're spitting at each other when they're fighting over their food or their space.
A total of 29 alpacas live on the farm.
They're very easy to take care of. They're low maintenance. We feed our alpacas once a day with grain. They get a cup of grain apiece, and we make sure that they have fresh hay and fresh water all day long.
Alpacas come from Peru and Chile and Bolivia, and they like the cold weather.
They prefer the cold weather to the summer, yes. They'll spend most of their time in the barn in the summertime when they're using the barn for shade, but in the winter they're out under the overhang. They're out in the field. They really enjoy themselves.
You can even buy an alpaca of your very own.
We sell alpacas to folks as pets. We sell alpacas to folks that want to harvest the fleece and spin their own yarn. And then there's the investment grade alpaca that would be an investment grade breeding alpaca.
Well, some are taking off to exotic places when they retire. Bob says life on the farm has been good.
It is hard work some days. When you wake up in the morning and it's pouring like crazy, you know, it's tough to drag your butt out and go out to the barn and take care of them. But I haven't regretted a day of it yet.
Shadow Pines Alpaca Farm does have tours for daycare kids and visitors from all over the country. They also sell items like these made out of the fleece from the alpacas. And for more information about the farm or to get a tour, head to our website, WPRI.com.
From HGTV's Design Star to Style Network's hit show Clean House, Nina Ferrer is stirring up the television design world with her artistic ability as well as her quick wit. Joining us today is Nina herself. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So tell me, what came first, TV or your love for interior design?
Well, I started out by getting an education and graduating with an architecture degree. And I worked for Polo Ralph Lauren, and I couldn't be happier, but the opportunity arose to be on a reality show, and I jumped on it.
What advice do you have? You know, what was it like to be on a reality TV show?
For me, it was one of the most amazing experiences because you're in an experience where you're with 12 people at the top of their game, so you're competing against the best of the best. So you're constantly learning, and you're constantly learning about yourself and learning about new and exciting things in the industry.
And you liked it so much, you're back on TV again for a second time.
Yes. Well, I mean, I would like to say that the TV liked me because they found me and they reached out to me once again. And Clean House is, for me, a very different experience than HGTV was. And the best way to put it is my business is, I really cater to high net worth individuals.
Okay.
And while they are appreciative, you know, it comes with a lot of, sometimes not unappreciation, that's a bad word, but Clean House New York, you're dealing with people that can't afford these services.
Yes.
And by helping them, for me, it's just like, this is amazing. I'm doing something good with my education and my business.
And it's nice because exactly, they don't usually get such wonderful experiences. So for our viewers out there who want to have their own experience in doing a little, you know, designing, what is their first tip that you would like to give them?
My first tip that I give everybody is subscribe to a magazine. My favorite is Elle Decor.
Okay.
Continue to go through images looking for furniture or like a completed room setup that you like and color schemes. Once you've narrowed it down to one or two, use this image like your weapon and your tool when you shop, and you can never make a mistake.
I'm afraid of making mistakes, so especially when it comes to selecting the right paint color. What tips do you have for me in that?
Well, I think that the best thing to do is use a fan deck and use it in the sunlight.
Okay.
The sunlight is going to be the probably purest, truest tone of that color that you like or dislike.
And about preparing, you know, if we're going to be heading out to the store, we have our fan out. What else should we be, you know, doing as we're going out shopping and getting ready?
Okay, the biggest faux pas people make is they go and they start shopping not knowing their measurements. Measure your room and measure the items you're purchasing, because you need to know if it fits in the door, if it fits in the space, and if it's going to fit in your elevator or stairway.
What happens if you do have something and you don't know how to put it together, it's not going to fit the right way? What do?
You go, oops, you return it, you put it right back in the car, you take it back and you learn. But I'm telling everybody, measure before you go and make a list. Don't go compulsive. It's like food shopping. Don't go hungry to the store. Go with a list, go prepared, and know, like, I'm looking for just an end table and a mirror. Stay focused.
And eat a snack beforehand or else you're going to be one cranky shopper. What about people who are trying to stay on a budget?
Staying on a budget, I always say hit the TJ Maxx, hit the Targets, hit the Kohl's, hit these type of stores. I mean, I don't know if, those are not like, there's better ones, there's worse ones, but hit the stores that have like an abundance of stuff, but go to the high-end stores and do your window shopping. It's just like fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, window shop, magazine shop, and then go get the bargains.
Hey, not bad. I'm going to definitely take those tips. Well, they're all great tips, and for more tips from Nina, just head over to our website, WPRI.com.
This morning in the kitchen, we are joined by Chef David Rakowski from the Windward Restaurant at the Hyatt. David, tell us what you're making today.
So today we're going to make a pork Wellington, which is a take on a beef Wellington, which is, you know, traditional English-Irish dish. So we have some pork tenderloin. Okay. Some prosciutto. Yum. Puff pastry. A duxelle, which is a mushroom stuffing. Okay. Some egg wash, some white flour, some whole grain mustard, some white pepper, and some salt.
Okay, now when you're picking pork tenderloin, you said that's what it is, right? What should you be looking for? Because I know this is kind of, it might be a little different than the typical, you know, chicken, steak, ground beef that people normally get.
Basically, depending on what you want is, you know, something that's not too fatty when you're in the supermarket, because then that's going to be a higher price. You want something that's fairly lean. And there's something, you know, it's going to be fresh, obviously. You want something that's fresh when you're picking out of the supermarket, but you know, what looks good to you? You know, just kind of pick it up, feel it, examine it, and see what kind of characteristics you want out of it, and you know what I said.
All right, great. And this is all part of the Kinsale Festival that's going on, big Irish festival. Tell us about it and how you guys are involved.
It's basically chefs from Kinsale, Ireland, which is our sister city to Newport. They're all coming over, and we're gonna have some competitions, some food, and you can check all that out on gonewport.com.
Excellent. Yeah. And you're taking part in this as well?
I am. I'm going to be facing off on Saturday at the Marriott for like a chopped kind of special. Okay. Do you know your competition yet? I do. I couldn't quite remember her name, but she's Irish, and she was on the Irish Top Chef. So. Okay. All right. So you're going against a pro. Yeah. And that's Saturday. Saturday. What time can we check that out? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Yeah. All right. There you go. If you want to see Chef David take on an Irish pro, you can head on down. We're going to cook this up in just a bit. Back to you.
Do you suffer from headaches or have fragile or fractured teeth? Well, believe it or not, these could be signs of tooth instability. We took a trip to Access Dental to learn more.
If you have broken teeth or pain in your jaw, you may have an unstable bite.
Oh, I had terrible pain. I was unable to sleep at night. I had to have Tylenol, and it was awful. It was excruciating.
The teeth are not the cause of the problem, but actually the jaw joint itself.
If that is in the proper position and the teeth are unstable, that just means that when the joint wants to physiologically seat in its proper position, teeth are grinding. So that grinding of the teeth is what causes instability.
Because of the grinding, one side of my mouth was up higher than the other side. And so he needed to adjust that.
And in a stable bite, when people close, when their jaw closes, all the teeth have to come together at the same time.
Another common instability problem is with the TMJ.
This joint's a funny one because it controls our jaw. Our cranium is fixed, but our jaw moves, and when it moves, it actually unhinges itself, or actually dislocates itself out of its position. So it does this. If we put our fingers, we could feel the movement of the joint moving forward.
Those movements help us grind our food properly.
Now the issue is, that joint always wants to seat perfectly in that position. And as it does, the muscles that guide it, if there is a tooth that crashes onto that motion or movement, it creates a grinding force to allow all the other teeth to seat, so that way the jaw sits in its position, and that's what causes wear and tear and breakdown.
Slowly, if a tooth cracks and breaks, a domino effect may begin, and other teeth will fracture. It's best to catch this bite problem early.
Check and see if there are those areas of wear and tear, if teeth are a little loose. And then implementation is very simple, so a lot of times it's just adjusting it or moving teeth a little bit to their proper position, and then we can ensure stability for the rest of their lives.
During your initial visit, the dentist will look at your overall gum health, the stability of your TMJ, the relationship of the bite, and the health of the teeth. Patients may need to come in for occasional adjustments and sometimes wear plastic retainers.
I wear the mouth guard every night, and there are no problems. There are no problems like I used to have. So it's a cure.
If you're meticulous about caring for your teeth but suffer from headaches, pressure aches, or have fractures in your teeth, you may want to take a trip to the dentist. For more information about teeth instability, head to WPRI.com.
Today in Higher Learning, the National Financial Capability Challenge is a free online series of financial questions for high school students where they can test their knowledge of earning, spending, saving, borrowing, risk protection, and more. And here to tell us more about the challenge is Jim Hedemark, Executive Director of the Rhode Island Jumpstart Coalition. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Michaela. How have you been?
Great. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Tell us about this challenge and how it works.
Well, boy, you really covered the high points. I just want to add, do you remember the President's Fitness Challenge, the national?
Of course, yeah.
Think of this as the National Financial Fitness Challenge.
Okay.
What the U.S. Department of Education, U.S. Department of Treasury have done is put together a program that helps groups like Jumpstart. What we do in Rhode Island is we want young people to know more about their personal finances. Mm-hmm. And I want to be really clear. This isn't for the young budding brokers out there. This is for everyone.
Okay.
These are the life skills that we all need to get along in our financial life. So what we're doing is promoting the National Financial Capability Challenge, and we'd like educators, high school educators, all through Rhode Island, to encourage their students to take the challenge. They just need to go to the teachers should go pretty soon to challenge.treas.gov, register. There's a free toolkit, there's free lesson plans. This whole program is free, so we're excited about folks getting involved in the National Financial Capability Challenge.
Okay, and what are the dates? When is this actually taking place?
The challenge will run between March 12th and April 13th.
Okay, almost tax day.
Yes, a good point. So don't wait until the last day like some of us do with our taxes. Teachers get the students on taking the challenge. It's a wonderful program, and it's a great way to highlight a topic that isn't always focused on in schools. There's some great teachers in pretty much all the Rhode Island high schools. There's teachers teaching personal financial courses. Unfortunately, but a few schools, they're elective courses, so students always don't take that. So this is the chance for young people to show what they know about handling their own money.
Right, and expand. Now, for the students that are participating, what do they get? I'm sure they're always looking for some sort of incentive here.
Absolutely. The top 2 students in each high school will get a special certificate from the United States Treasury and the U.S. Department of Education. And the top 20% of students throughout the United States will also receive a similar certificate. And boy, if you're thinking about going to college, I'd think a special award from the U.S. Department of Education and Treasury might look pretty good on your application.
Absolutely. And you had people that got perfect scores last year. So this is, of course, what students are shooting for, right?
We're very excited. Perfect. You can't do much better than perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but I would love to talk about some of our students last year. I want to get their names
if you
right.
can quickly say their names, before we let you go.
From Barrington High School, in the 2011 perfect scoring students were Mitchell Brosnan and Stephen LaMontagne, and our friends at the Lincoln School, Valerie Keating, got a perfect score last year. So
excellent, something to shoot for. All right, we want to thank you so much for joining us, and to learn more about the Financial Capability Challenge, you can head to WPRI.com. And still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, Kim Kardashian and former husband Kris Humphries are fighting again, but this time it's over gift etiquette. TMZ fills us in.
Plus, Chris Brown releases a new series, but is this a step in the right direction for his image? Deanna Cruz fills us in the Music Beat. You're watching The Rhode Show, and we're back in 90 seconds.
It's time now to go inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood, and joining us as always is Dax Holt. Now Dax, yesterday Kim Kardashian announced that she donated double the amount of money of her wedding gifts to charity, but now Kris Humphries says that that's just not good enough. Is that right?
Yeah, he's not impressed with that. He says, look, he still claims that this was a fake wedding, and so he is saying that she should have sent back all of the gifts to each person. He goes, I don't care how much they cost, send each one of them back. Well, you know, that's not sitting too well with Kim Kardashian's friend Jonathan Cheban, who actually called in to TMZ Live yesterday. As we were sitting there talking about it, I guess he was watching, decided to call in, and he says, look, I gave Kris Humphries a $5,000 gift card to Yves Saint Laurent, which is a really fancy store, and he hasn't given me my gift card back, so he is a hypocrite. He is saying give back the gifts, but yet he hasn't given back my gift that I gave him, so what's going on here? And basically this is just turning into a big mess, as I think everyone expected. You know, she tried to do the right thing and hand over a bunch of money to a charity in everyone's honor, and still people aren't happy with that.
Girl can't catch a break, I guess. All right, and you guys also learned that Oprah will get the first interview with Whitney Houston's daughter Bobbi Kristina, and you also know why. Why is that?
Well, I guess she's like she's a family member. Basically, Oprah has taken care of Whitney throughout the years. She was, you know, really tight with this family. So Bobbi Kristina said, yes, I trust her. I will sit down. I will have this interview. It's going to be airing on Sunday on OWN. But basically, I think she just knows that her mother and Oprah had a really good relationship, and Oprah took care of her throughout her drug years and all of that kind of stuff, and always made her, had like a positive spin on every show that she was on. I think Bobbi goes, okay, well, I'm going to sit down with her, and she's not going to make me look bad.
Very true. You can't really look bad when you're talking to Oprah. All right, it's going to be interesting to hear what she has to say. And Dax, thank you so much. And you can catch TMZ TV on our sister station, Fox Providence, at 7 p.m. Or for more information on any of the stories you just heard, head to our website, WPRI.com.
In the Music Beat, for more Chris Brown antics to albums being released this month, there is a lot going on in the music world. Joining us with the latest music news is Deanna Cruz from Hot 106.
Hi.
Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
All right, let's start off. A lot of new CDs, a lot of music coming out this month. What do we have to look forward to?
Yes, I thought you were going to be excited about this. Bruce Springsteen's coming out with his album today.
Are you saying that because he's an older guy?
No, not at all. Okay. Nothing age-related at all. But you're not a huge Bruce Springsteen fan?
You know what? I know I may take a lot of trouble for this, but I don't get the whole Bruce Springsteen thing.
Yeah, well, I don't either.
I've never got the whole Bruce Springsteen thing. I don't get the fascination with it. But for those who do, CD's coming out.
Okay, Bow Wow's also coming out with a CD. This is next week.
Now we're talking.
To Bow Wow, right? That's up your alley?
That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's called Underrated. It's his 7th studio album. First album, debut album with Young Money. He switched labels now. Also coming out is Ruben Studdard. He's from American Idol, the winner from season 2 or 3 or whatever season it was, right? Also looking forward, we can look forward to Madonna's albums coming out at the end of the month. Okay, it stands MDNA. Do you know what that stands for?
No.
It's an acronym from Madonna. It's just easy. Come on. And also,
you give me such trouble.
This is a quiz. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
It's a pop quiz. DMX is also coming out with an album at the end of the month, and also Lionel Richie.
Who's a great guy.
Okay. He's a great guy.
He's a good guy. No, I mean, everybody likes Lionel Richie. You know, the other thing, you were talking about Madonna's CD being released this month. Do you think people are really looking forward to Madonna? I mean, she did the Super Bowl. You know, there was a lot of hype around the Super Bowl and her performance.
Right.
You know, she did it, it's gone.
I don't know. I'm not excited for the Madonna album. I was never a huge Madonna fan, though.
Right,
but, you know, I think that she still has hardcore fans out there. They're going to go out and purchase that album. They're going to go buy tickets to see her, you know, her show that costs like $300 a ticket.
Right.
And so I think she'll probably do well.
Okay, all right, so those are some of the CDs coming up. Next up, Chris Brown. He started a new webisode series. What do you think is going on with that? Do you think it's going to help him?
This is what I think. His album Fortune's coming out in May. It was supposed to come out a little before that, probably in March or April. April, but now he's decided to push it back. So I think he's just giving something to his fans, the webisodes, and letting them know what he's up to. This, what you're watching, is from the the Latin Music Awards, and then he did a little bit of the NBA, the basketball game that he performed at too. So, and then he was at the club dancing.
You know,
so there you have
I
it.
watched some of them, and I don't know if you were able to catch any of them. They're very well done.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to get him any fans or if it's going to get him any more love from fans, but they're very well put together, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I feel like he has his hardcore fan base, though.
Who's going to like him no matter what?
Who's going to follow him no matter what?
Right. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Beyonce. She's taking the baby to yoga.
Okay.
What do we think?
Wait, let's talk about how she's taking a vacation. She's not getting a room. She's getting a villa. Okay, with Gwyneth Paltrow. They're going to be doing yoga together, bringing the kids. Blue Ivy's coming along. Gwyneth is bringing her two kids, and Gwyneth told her, hey, you should do yoga with Blue Ivy. So, Beyonce does yoga with Blue Ivy. I don't understand what Blue Ivy does aside from maybe stretching.
But isn't it a good thing? I mean, we hear so much trouble about so many celebrities who have kids and never spend any time with them at all.
Yes.
So isn't it good to Beyonce? If she wants to do yoga with the kid, go for it.
That's true. I hear that she wants to get back to work, so that's why she's taking this vacation in Italy, just to relax and get back into it.
Okay. Lastly, some real good news and a real good guy. Baby news for Nick Lachey, Vanessa Milano. They're gonna have a baby.
Vanessa Manillo.
Yeah,
but yes, they are. They're gonna have a baby. He announced it yesterday. Super excited. The funny part is how they found out, because she was in New York. He was in the Bahamas, I think.
Right.
And she took a pregnancy test. She calls him up and she's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant." But he's super excited. I'm happy for him. And I hear that he said that if they have a girl, they have a name already. Gonna name her Sophia. If it's a boy, we don't know what we're gonna call him.
Sophia's okay.
So I like Sophia.
Glad it's not Jessica.
So really happy for them.
Thanks, Anna, for coming. Thanks for coming.
Good point.
For more information on all the topics we talked about, you can head to our website, WPRI.com. Still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, we'll be back in the kitchen with the Wynwood Restaurant at the Hyatt. We're making pork Wellington, and you can find the recipe right now, WPRI.com.
And a huge announcement coming in about an hour from the Rhode Island Lottery as we find out who that lucky Powerball winner is. We'll talk about it next in The Buzz.
You're watching The Rhode Show on WPRI 12.
Welcome back to The Rhode Show. This morning in The Buzz, Rhode Island's $336 million mystery is about to be solved. The winner of the Jumbo Powerball Jackpot is expected to claim their prize later this morning. The winning ticket from the Stop and Shop on Bellevue Avenue in Newport is the largest Powerball jackpot in state history and the third largest ever. It's been weeks since the drawing with no winner coming forward till now. Newport residents are excited to find out who the winner is, but disappointed that it is not them. Welcome to the party.
That's pretty cool. I wish it was me. At least somebody won from here finally.
I wish I had bought the ticket that night. I actually said to somebody at work that I was going to go buy a ticket, and then I find out it was sold here.
We will carry this morning's news conference live from Lottery headquarters in Cranston. It all begins at 10:30 right here on WPRI. Any idea who the winner is? It's not one of us.
I was going to say,
it
is not me, nor is it anyone that I know. Or maybe it is that I know somehow through the grapevine. But no one enough to send me a few bucks this way. But I'm surprised that, of course it's going to take them a while.
Sure.
Everyone's saying, get all your people lined up, get all your affairs in order, and then come and claim your prize, because you're going to have everyone knocking down your door, knocking down your door for that matter, trying to, get a piece of it. But I'm wondering why they're coming out now. Because it's been a little while, but they have the entire year, so I'm wondering why they didn't kind of hold off a bit.
I'm sure by now they've got their, their lawyers in order and everything else to give them advice on how to, what to do. I mean, and there's been a lot of rumors about who it could be in Newport, I mean, it's a small state, everybody, talking away and everything. I just hope whoever it is, either first, really needs the money, and maybe we'll do something good with the money, because I mean, you hear so many horror stories about people, who win the money, and I hope whoever this is, not to be, Johnny, I'm looking on the bright side, but I mean, I hope whoever it is, I hope they do something good with the money, to even if it's just a little bit. I don't expect
even if it's just to better themselves, like you said, if they need it, I'd rather see them do something smart with it. Obviously be a little frivolous.
Enjoy yourself.
Who isn't? I mean, come on, we'd all be a little frivolous.
Sure.
But, and with that kind of money,
well, you can be.
Why not? But, do something even just to better your own life. I really hope I see that.
Yeah. I really think that the person, took this time to, who knows, they might have a large family. I'm just surprised that they were able to keep quiet. But they did. They need to call up everyone that they need to call up, talk to the lawyers, and I hope they bought a plane ticket for 11 a.m. so that they can say, hey, it's me. See you later.
See you later. Get out of Dodge.
People are going to be, calling them up, trying to get some of their own money out of it.
They already hired their own security crew to follow them there. I bet.
If you guys were one of the winners of this Powerball ticket, fingers crossed, would you have been able to wait? Would you have been able to wait to come forward? Because I think the ticket would have been drawn, and I would have been at lottery headquarters at probably 11:05, standing there with the ticket.
I don't think I would have been able to hold it in, and here's why. Because the odds of me, first of all, I don't even buy the lottery ticket, so the odds of me winning are even lower.
Really slim at that point.
I rarely buy the tickets. So if I did win, I think it would just be so amazing. I mean, who wouldn't want to jump up and down?
Right.
I'd call everyone I know and be like, we're having a party, drinks on me, here we go.
I would have been like this person. I would have waited because I saw a show where a gentleman won and he was cursed for life and all these bad things happened. And that's it. A lot of people say it's either a blessing or it's a curse. And I would be so nervous, especially because it's so much money. I would have waited, called all the lawyers, booked my plane ticket for 11 a.m., bought a house somewhere else, All
right, so Mary's waiting. I'm jumping for joy.
Now, I'm standing outside a lottery headquarters. Everybody knows that I can't keep a secret to begin with. I can't keep a secret about little things. Never mind if I won $336 million or whatever it is. I'm telling you, I would have been standing there waiting. I would have told everybody humanly possible. There is not a chance that I would have waited for that. And I would have. I'm picturing myself standing there today at 10:30 with that big check.
Right? Yeah. Smile. Get those pearly whites going. And Mary brought up the fact of, thinking, oh, it's a blessing or a curse, and you don't really know. I'm sure a lot of our Facebook and Twitter friends are weighing in on this too, because I'm wondering if people do believe in that old curse of the lottery.
You got it. So we did. We posted it up on Facebook saying, what do you think? Well, Debbie Armstrong Waddington said, whoever won, God bless them. I hope they do something good with the money. Surround yourself with good people and enjoy the ride.
Absolutely.
That's right,
That
Debbie.
is a good thing.
Have some fun.
I could be one of those good people that you could surround yourself with.
We three of us, we would come over, share our smiles. Duncan Putney says they needed time to give 2 weeks notice at work, move, and change their phone number.
Very smart plan, Duncan.
Angie Bermudez says it can go either way. It can be a blessing in many instances, or it can be negative in others. You too can weigh in by voting in today's poll. Winning the lottery, a blessing or a curse? Blessing, it'll change your lives for the better, or curse, friendships drastically alter. Here's a look at some other topics that are trending online today. The Oreo cookie. It's 100 years old today. Well, not these ones. You can send your friends an Oreo birthday song from Lady Antebellum, upload pics of your favorite Oreo moment, or play some Oreo arcade games. My favorite kind of the double stuffed, and now you have an excuse to have a sweet snack today. Here's a look at some other viral videos. Imagine pushing a button for an elevator and then having the doors open up to what looks like someone's living room. Well, that's exactly what happened to a French woman. A gentleman named Remy Gallard came up with this brilliant idea for a prank, and he staged the other elevator to look like his fridge.
Hey guys, someone in the house keeps stealing my food. I don't know which of the roommates it is, but every time I turn around, there's food missing. And I'm really getting sick of it. I pay a lot for these groceries, and it's just out of hand.
I'll be posting these videos up on Twitter. Just follow us here at our Twitter handles, at The Rhode Show and at Mary__Larson. And I'll be back at the end of the show with your poll results. For now, back to the kitchen. Well,
we are back in the Rhode Show kitchen this morning with Chef David Rotowski from the Windward Restaurant at the Hyatt, and we are all set to get our the pork ready to sear, correct?
Correct. Actually, we're going to do a quick demo on just cleaning it a little bit.
Okay.
So right here, we have our pork tenderloin. It kind of tapers a little bit.
Right.
So you can either trim it in the center and then flip it around just to have an even temperature. But basically, you just want to, you have a little bit of sinew here.
Okay.
Which is just like gristle.
Right.
You just kind of want to trim those pieces off. Yeah. Just like that.
Now, when we're going, I mean, if somebody's a little, worried about doing this, I would imagine that if you ask the butcher to really, cut,
yeah,
cut
you can probably get some of it down.
Take care of it.
But just basically when you're going to buy it in the beginning, just kind of see what what's there, you know, is it clean or is it just kind of, there's a lot of fat on there.
Right,
Those are the kinds of things you want to look at. But basically, you know, just cut it down to our portion size.
And are you going to, do we need to butterfly this, like open it up so that it cooks evenly?
Nope, because the pastry is going to be more of the wrap and have everything kind of enclosed there.
All right.
So we just got a little salt here.
Right.
Kosher salt.
I like the, you know, the kosher salt always tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little cracked white pepper. Now you can use black pepper, that's fine too.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. So sprinkle a little of that on there. And we have the oven on, the stove is on, probably, was this on a high heat?
About a medium heat.
All right.
So basically you just want to get the pan, you get a little bit of oil in there. I'm using extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
So just get it a little hot. You almost at a smoking point.
Okay. Get that nice and warm, so we're good to go.
Because you want that pan to be hot just so it sears and has a nice caramelization
and seals everything in, correct? Okay, so we're going to put that on?
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait for that sizzle.
Right about there.
Okay, looking good. How long are we going to cook this for?
A couple of minutes.
Couple minutes. Okay.
Maybe even less.
Because pork is always sometimes difficult to cook.
Yeah.
So just a couple of minutes. All right, while this is searing away, in the meantime, back to you.
All right, still to come this morning on the Rhode Show, March Madness is about to get underway, so we hit the streets to find out if you love it or hate it. And later, Idol's top 13 are adjusting to life in the limelight. We talked to them about their newfound fame. You're watching the Rhode Show. We're back in 90 seconds. College basketball is gearing up for the busiest and craziest time of the year. While thousands of diehard fans are gearing up for the madness, others may be clueless on what I'm even talking about right now. So we wanted to know what you think about the bracket-based month in Love It or Hate It.
Get ready, Hoop fans, and let the madness begin. Do you guys love or hate March Madness?
Love it.
You love it? Why? What are some of the things you like about it?
Well, we go to Penn, so Penn might be in it, so we're crossing our fingers if they beat Princeton.
Yeah? How about you? Do you love or hate March Madness?
I don't really follow. And you can win a lot of money.
Okay.
You can win a lot of money.
Oh, do you make bets?
If you bet, you can make a lot of money.
Are you betting on Penn?
Yeah. No.
I'm neutral about March Madness.
You watch it?
Yeah, sort of. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but I guess I like it. I love it.
I think I should be more excited because I'm from the South, but I'm so busy right now that I haven't had time to keep up with their sports at this point.
I don't know what it is. You know, I'm always mad, so. What is March Madness?
March Madness is the big basketball, college basketball.
Oh, yeah, fun.
No? Not interested?
Go college, yeah.
Love March Madness.
Yeah? What do you like about it?
It's crazy. It's madness.
How about do you gamble? I mean...
I don't gamble. It's just fun to watch with friends, hang out, all that kind of stuff.
I like it. I don't love it, but it's definitely something I look forward to when it comes up.
What's part of the hype that you look forward to?
Just seeing the schools of the teams and how they all gather behind them and they all get excited, so then I start getting excited just seeing them as well.
I'm not interested.
I hate it.
You hate it? How come?
Well, it's college basketball, and a lot of college basketball teams are in public universities. I just think that sports at the college level funded by public money is just a waste of money.
I actually love March Madness. My family is a big Georgetown family, so I love Georgetown basketball.
Right, a lot of mixed reviews and feelings about March Madness, but we do want to let everyone know that's interested that the tournament starts in just 1 week, March 13th, and then champion on April 2nd.
Somebody on this couch is very excited.
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested either.
But are you interested? Not really.
Not really.
No? All right. No madness for
Just want to be honest. March Madness begins right here. Time now for some weird news. It's become a tradition at a ski resort in the Midwest at the end of each season, the Slush Pit Splash Day for skiers.
Yuck.
Here's how it works. Put on a funny outfit, strap on your skis or snowboard, and ski down a hill and try to make it across the slushy moat without wiping out. That looks awesome.
So nice.
It's judged by the form that they have and what kind of splash they make. Prizes were awarded for the best costume, best style, and of course, the best splash.
I just want to see someone wipe out, like not even make it. They get halfway through and then just sink. Like that person.
And the bacon is sizzling in Houston, but not in the frying pan. Owners put their best picks forward in fierce competition, testing the porkers' speed, agility, and wit. Each pig ran the course at least 8 times to keep their fans entertained, and the winning pig received a very sweet prize. an entire package of Oreo cookies.
Yes, 100-year-old Oreos.
And not being turned into bacon. Visitors at the Science Museum in Ukraine may think they are seeing double, but a tortoise on display really does have 2 heads.
What?
And that's not the only multiples it features. Buckle up. Check it out. The tortoise has 6 legs, 2 hearts, and 2 lungs. Officials say one head is more active than the other, and get this, they even enjoy different meals. Stop laughing at the poor turtle. While others eat green leaves, the others prefer carrots and cabbage.
I wonder if they actually go fast since they have 6 feet. Maybe they're both just going in 2 different directions and they just stay in one.
I wonder if the tortoise goes fast. I love that. 6 legs. poor tortoise.
Yeah, poor
This is turtle in sign language right there.
Nice.
There it is. You learn something new every day. Still to come this morning on the Rhode Show, we are back in the kitchen. We're not making turtle, but we're making pork Wellington. And don't forget, you can cook along with us at WPRI.com. We'll be right back. All right, back in the Rhode Show kitchen with the Windward Restaurant at the Hyatt. We are making pork Wellington. There's a lot of stuff on this table.
There's a lot of stuff.
What do we need to know?
Well, basically, we're going to start off with our puff pastry.
Okay.
And it's already, usually you want to get it about half an hour to 45 minutes to kind of let the dough temper.
Okay.
And then we're just going to kind of quickly roll it out with a little bit of flour.
Nobody get out of hand in this kitchen today because I got the giant rolling.
Your rolling pin is bigger than my rolling pin.
Yeah. So basically, you're just kind of giving it a little press just so it just thins everything out.
Okay.
And how big do we want this to be rolled out here?
You're going to roll it out about maybe a quarter inch. You want to kind of just evenly spaced on each side. So kind of, use those corners.
Okay.
That's about good.
That's good.
It doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be all
Then you came to the right place.
Yeah. So then we'll take that, just move it out of the way.
All right.
Put that on there.
And so we have our prosciutto. Right there.
Okay.
Now, is there a problem if I was cooking this, I wouldn't even be, I'd be eating more of this than putting it on?
That might be, yeah.
That's half the fun of
That's
cooking, right?
That's the problem. I've eaten so much
All
already.
right, so we have our prosciutto.
Yeah, so prosciutto, and we have a duxelle, which is a mushroom stuffing, so it's just a puree of mushrooms.
Okay, so
So we just take a little bit of that, and you're just going to put a nice little amount, just like that.
Okay. Put that in there?
Yep.
What are you doing over there?
Generous heaping amount.
It's easy day, no
There
problem.
we go.
Yep. And then you just
There
take a
it
little
is.
bit of mustard, just like that.
Excellent.
And this is
Put it
the,
on
like the mustard has still a mustard seed.
This is a whole grain mustard,
Whole
yeah.
grain, okay.
So it's a little more richer. So if you wanted to use like a Dijon mustard, is more than fine. Just
Okay, that's whatever you
use
want at
what
home.
you want, exactly, yeah.
Excellent.
All right, so we have
So we're
this.
gonna take our tenderloin, just right in the center.
Easy enough.
There you
Got
go.
it. Should I lay
And-
it a certain direction or?
Yeah, so you see how I have everything facing
Yeah,
the same
okay,
direction?
so
You want
the
to
opposite
put
way.
it kind of like a burrito almost. You want to have it a little further
excellent.
back. So then you're just going to take the parchment paper.
Yeah.
And you're just going to
Oh, it's a little guy.
roll it.
Okay.
I'm watching.
And you're just going to kind of pull it right off like that.
Oh, wow.
But you want to kind of get it, tight.
Pack it in nice and
Yeah.
tight. Okay.
So
Is
then...
anybody watching this?
I'm glad you're hosting me. Will, on the other
I'm
hand,
losing mine.
Yeah.
All right.
this is breaking apart.
That's all right, because the pate or the pastry is going to cover all. You'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I
Quick
promise
fix.
you'll come out nice. Yeah.
All right, so now we have it all wrapped up.
Yeah. So we just get rid of that.
Okay. Bag.
Yeah.
I'm glad you took that paper away because I'd be cooking it with the paper.
So you're just going to take your little roulade here.
All right.
Ooh, roulade.
Yeah.
Getting all fancy on us.
Or français.
All right, we're going to roll that back in.
but...
And you're just going to roll it. You want to kind of tuck it in.
Okay.
Get it a little tight. Now you can have excess trim or you can just kind of space it beforehand.
Okay.
And we're just going to take our knife. Just trim out the edges there.
Looks good.
A lot of big equipment. We have a giant rolling pin, a huge knife.
You're just going to tuck your
Dangerous in the
edges
kitchen.
there.
I didn't know what I was getting into when we were doing this today.
All right, so I have to cut mine. Okay.
Just cut your edges a little bit there.
Okay. Oh, I cut prosciutto.
I'm glad
Tuck
you
under
did that,
the
not
edges.
me.
All right, so we're going to quickly pack this here. What else do we need?
So we have our egg wash right there.
Okay. Give that
Just
a
get
little...
yep, there you go, right over the top.
Nice.
Yep.
There you go, Will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anytime. All right, now these are going to get thrown into...
Yeah, we're just going to score them a little bit, just to
So it
have some
cooks all the way
air vents.
through? Okay.
Well, it's going to have some air vents,
All right.
so it doesn't explode on you.
Okay.
That's always helpful. No
Yeah.
explosions.
Just like that, and we'll take our.
That's right. You're just going to throw it on the pan?
Yep.
Okay.
Right on there.
And how are we going to cook this?
It's going to be baked at 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes.
Okay, and you have a finished one?
And we got a finished one all ready to go.
Excellent.
You can see it in the oven. They're sizzling away.
See, right there, pardon me.
Okay, got that.
Okay,
He's taking it out.
magic of TV. We've
And here
got
it
the
comes.
finished product.
Looking
that
good.
looks
Looking good. Sizzling away.
It is.
So we're going to slice that up.
Yep. And it's a little under. We should have left it in a little bit longer, so it's normally going to have like a nice golden crust.
Brown. Got it.
So
give it a slice, and then for this recipe and much more about the whole thing, you can go to our website, WPRI.com.
This morning in Idol Watch, America's favorite top 13 are getting adjusted to their newfound fame and celebrity lifestyle. The contestants talk about all those flashing lights and dish to us their secret weapon for staying in the competition. Adam Housley has more from Hollywood.
Idol Season 11 starts right here, right now.
It was photo shoot time for American Idol's Top 13, and in between smiling for the cameras, the contestants had this to say about the star treatment they got last week on the blue carpet.
All the lights, you know, whenever they were taking pictures of us, when all at once, like I was blinded.
I did love it. It was awesome. I mean, I felt like a celebrity with the lights flashing and everything, but then in the back of my mind, the whole time I was saying my feet hurt because I had high heel boots on.
Idol also has a way of making you famous in a hurry.
We were walking down the street, people are just waving at us all crazy and things like that. And somebody was like going crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe. And then we're looking around like, who in the world are they talking about? And they were talking about us.
As the show shifts to theme nights, the focus is always on song choice. This week, the girls will honor Whitney Houston, while the guys take on Stevie Wonder.
That's the hardest thing. We have so little time to pick it, and so little time to work with it, and so song choice is the hardest part of this whole experience.
A lot of it has to do with song choice. I think you have to sing a song that you know you're going to feel and that you can put emotion into it, because if you don't, then nobody's really going to feel what you're feeling.
And with little room for error each week, taking advantage of advice and experience may be the key to winning America's vote.
My advantage is I don't really know everything I have to do. And part of that is because, one, I haven't really had cable in the last 4 years, so I haven't been watching the show. Plus, I'm always working during that time.
It will get a couple more times to get fully in the swing of things, especially the live audience. That's something that we're not used to, having tons of people screaming your name. That's so strange.
Don't forget to vote for the top 13 contestants, and especially Rhode Island native Erica Van Pelt. You can watch Idol this week on Wednesday and Thursday nights on our sister station, Fox Providence.
Coming up on The Rhode Show, we'll reveal the answer to today's web poll. Stay with us.
It's time to check back in with today's web poll. Hold on to your hats. One of the biggest mysteries is about to be solved. We're going to find out who won the $336 million Powerball. Do you think it would be a blessing or a curse? 100% of you think it's going to be a blessing and that their life is going to change for the better. Well, stay tuned. At 10:30, we're going to be announcing who it is. Back over to you.
Thanks, Mary. Coming up tomorrow on The Rhode Show, looking for a new home? Well, you may have to dig a little deeper in your pocket for one of these. We'll show you some of the priciest homes in the Ocean State, and they are on the market.
Plus, 2 huge storms have destroyed hundreds of trees at a local park. We'll learn about a new zoo program to bring them back. Thanks for joining us today on The Rhode Show.
And for more information on anything you've seen here on the show, just head to our website, WPRI.com.
We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day.